Dozens of women have pointed their fingers at Bill Cosby, accusing him of rape, sexual assault, and other things. So far, he, however, has refused to publicly respond to much of the allegations. But there's a brand new ruling out there that could have a profound effect on that. A California judge has sent down the order that Mr. Cosby will be questioned under oath. No choice. The case is from more than 40 years ago. It involves a woman named Judith Huth, who says she was just 15 years old when she met Bill Cosby. She says he molested her at the Playboy Mansion back in 1974. I want to bring in famed attorney Gloria Allred, who's representing Ms. Huth, as well as a number of the other accusers as well. She's a victims' rights attorney, and she's also won accolades for her legal work on behalf of women's rights. Gloria, it's good to see you again. I want to ask you the critical aspect of this ruling that the judge has handed down may not just be that he's being compelled to testify under oath, to be deposed under oath, but that he has to go first before your client. Can you tell me why that's so important?
Yes, we actually had a battle over who was going to go first, and that's why I went to court last week, because we had a dispute with opposing counsel over the order of the deposition. And we had noticed his deposition, Mr. Cosby's, and we messengered over the notice in the morning after we won in the California Supreme Court when their petition for review was denied. And then that same afternoon, I received a notice that my client's deposition would be taken by Mr. Cosby's attorneys 2 days prior to Mr. Cosby's. So that was not acceptable as far as I was concerned. So we went to court to straighten out the order. And after argument, then the court yesterday gave us the order, which is that Mr. Cosby must submit to his deposition first, and that will be on October 9th. And then after will be our client's deposition, which will be on October 15th. What is the advantage? In general, Ashleigh, most attorneys, plaintiffs' attorneys, would prefer to take the defendant's deposition first. Because in general, we don't want a defendant to have an opportunity to try to tailor his testimony or be after the plaintiff's testimony, whatever she's testified to, or be influenced by whatever she's testified to. Not to say that Mr. Cosby would do that, but in general, as plaintiffs' attorneys, we do want to take the defendant's deposition first. And of course, his attorneys wanted our client to go first and argued vigorously for that, but they were unsuccessful.
So can I ask you this? I should let our audience listen to Monique Presley, who is Cosby's attorney, because we had in to speak with her. And I just want to have her make this comment and get you to respond to it. Have a listen.
Mr. Cosby, as of today, is innocent until proven guilty, and there shall not be proof because the statute of limitations has passed. People waited far too long to want to discuss these matters at all. He's never been charged with a crime, never been convicted of a crime, and never admitted a crime.
Well, she makes a compelling argument, but that's what lawyers do, and you're one of them. So give me this, at least, Gloria, if you will. What are the odds that Mr. Cosby, because of the nature, and I'm not going to get into all the arcanity of it, but because of the nature of this particular incident, he could be facing the possibility of criminal action, and thus has the right in your deposition to just invoke the Fifth and not say a word? What are the odds that's going to happen?
All I can say is that it is absolutely accurate to say that as to our case, and I'm only speaking about our case on behalf of Judy Huth against Mr. Cosby, that there will be no criminal prosecution, Ashleigh, and that is because the statute of limitations has passed. It's too late, in other words, in plain English, for him to be criminally prosecuted, even if the prosecutor were to believe that she could prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. And then she's indicated that. And however, it is not too late for us to be able to have our day in court for Ms. Huth in a civil case. As to Monique's allegation, oh, he's innocent, well, first of all, that's not the law. It's a presumption of innocence in a criminal case. It doesn't mean that he is innocent. It doesn't mean that he's guilty. It's just a kind of a legal fiction. It's a presumption. So that's a misstatement of the law on her part. And we are going to have her day in court Her statement somehow about the statute of limitations, it's kind of a mishmash. It makes no sense to me, because we are permitted to proceed with our case, at least so far for Ms. Huth, and we are doing so vigorously. And now I'm looking forward to Mr. Cosby testifying under oath. Will he take the fifth, which is your question? Will he invoke his privilege against self-incrimination? We'll have to see whether he does. Again, he can't be prosecuted criminally for the allegations that Ms. Huth has made, but we are going to see if we can question him about allegations of other accusers. We do have a sense that his counsel will be opposing our being able to ask about allegations of other accusers. So we'll just have to see how it goes. It's going to be a pitch battle, but we're ready for it.
Well, I am too. I can't wait. And I hope this doesn't get sealed, because I want to see everything that's said on both sides. Thank you so much, Gloria Allred. Always good to see you.
Well, we will oppose the sealing if that's what they want to do.
I knew that.
Okay.
That was a given. That was a given.
All right.
All right, Gloria. Talk to you soon.